we've got a 2018 F-350 with a 6.7 diesel in it. I'm going to perform a basic service today, just oil change, fuel filter change. Figured I'd give you a quick rundown on that procedure. These are the Napa filters you would need. The 7151 oil filter and the 300/458 fuel filter kit. Basically, you're going to need a 16mm wrench, 8mm socket on an extension little ratchet, and a filter wrench. And of course the filter kits, a couple drain pans. The engine compartment fuel filter is located right behind the oil fill cap and below the transmission fluid dipstick. We'll go over removing that in a second. I want to take you underneath and show you where the fuel filter is, which is right there, right in front of the fuel tank. There's a drain on the bottom and a couple 8mm head bolts and the whiff sensor right in the bottom, which is just a 1/4 turn remove. So I believe you just take those bolts loose and the whole cartridge comes out. There's a rubber gasket and you unclip the old cartridge from the housing and clip the new one in, replace the gasket and reinsert it, tighten the bolts up, you're good. I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'm going to try and just get the oil draining on this thing. Get the filter off, and then we'll play with that crazy fuel filter. I had a feeling that oil filter was going to start draining. I don't know why. Usually I'll poke a hole in the bottom of them, let them drain out so they don't make too much of a mess. That one's going to ooze out for a little while, it looks like. We'll get this fuel filter draining. So this fuel filter is finally done draining. It's quite a bit of fuel in there. It was taking forever. So what I ended up doing, I took 3 of these bolts loose and let some air in so the fuel filter would drain a little quicker. Because trying to be a little bit more efficient here. So it's pretty well done. I'm going to close this drain valve and remove the whiff sensor. It's pretty easy. Now keep in mind, this is the first time I've done this. I haven't done one of these new filters yet, so it's a learning process. And a little 8mm. Like I said, I already had loosened these. Loose, loose. There it is. A wonderful fuel filter. just clicks right out. Here's the engine compartment fuel filter. It's got 3 lines that go to it. They are all quick release type clips, and I'm gonna go ahead and start removing them. That one you just squeeze the 2 tabs together and it kind of pops down. It pops right off. This blue one, you got to pull the tabs. There's one on the bottom too. Pull the tab towards you and then push away. Push the fatter blue part out like that. Make sure it's out all the way. And that one comes off. And then this red one here. Oh, there's 2 little tabs underneath the lock. If you can see that small rectangular piece. So once you uncover that by sliding the red tab up, you squeeze in on both sides. Blocking the light, sorry. And then pull it right off. And the filter should slide on out of there. Like a twist hook on the bottom. So I got the new one. Here's the bottom, you see where it latches there. So I'll put it in, twist it, it doesn't come out. Let's see, little red one first. Remove the cover, blue one second. These lines are very stiff. They do not like to move. And the larger red one last. Okay. Now I got to fill up the engine oil and we'll prime the fuel system. So we're going to prime the fuel filter real quick, and then we'll reset the oil life indicator as well. And like I said, this is the first late model 6.7 that I've done, so I'm not sure of any other special procedures as far as bleeding the fuel filter or priming it goes. On the 6.7s that I've worked on in the past, you just turn the key on and wait until the sound changes of the fuel pump. So that's what we're going to try. Hear the sound of the fuel pump. You may have to cycle the ignition a couple times before it gets all the air out. It's getting quiet, so we're going to turn the ignition off and back on again. That sounds quite a bit better right there. No more air. A little bit. Maybe we'll do it one more time. Sounds like a pretty good stream of fuel flowing back into the fuel tank, return fuel. And the pump sounds like it's working pretty good. So we're gonna fire it up. gauge came up. I'm going to reset that indicator in a second. Alright, I'd say the fuel system is adequately primed. So I'm going to go to settings and advanced settings. Click OK. Go to vehicle. Click OK. And down at the bottom there it says oil life reset. Click OK. And then in the bottom left it says hold OK to reset. So I'm holding it. It's resetting. Reset complete. And now the oil life has been reset to the factory default. So I'm going to wrap this video up here on this 2018 Ford 6.7 diesel oil change and fuel filter change. It did take 13 quarts of oil plus the filter, so probably about 14. I put the filter on empty. I do not like pre-filling the filters. There's the oil fill right there next to the coolant reservoir. You have a transmission dipstick and a engine oil level dipstick right there. If you have any questions on this service, feel free to post them in the bottom, and I'll be happy to answer them. I appreciate you watching. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.